Jeff Hardy, and Jeff Hardy.
Candace Michelle. It's Tori Wilson. And Crystal.
Crystal.
Crystal
It's funny
so
because
underrated.
at least I remember the other two clearly.
I love Crystal.
The countdown.
What? 17. You know, other people always join.
3, 2, 1.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, Captain.
I can't hear you.
Aye, Captain.
Oh! Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Absorbent in yellow is born to see.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
If nautical nonsense be something you wish.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Flop like a fish.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Ready?
SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh.
I hear the dog barking.
Yeah, it was like perfect timing too.
There's fireworks, so they're scaring my dog.
Oh. Oh no.
Okay, we are in episode 3 of Attempted Topic. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Steven.
I'm Shawn.
Meatball.
We have a jam-packed episode for you guys.
Yeah, I don't think I can do any more yelling. That kind of hurt my throat.
That was good. Good acapella.
Would you care to tell the audience what's to come in this edition?
Oh, me?
No,
Oh.
Steven.
Okay.
Oh. Well, we're talking about The Walking Dead Season 1. The video game.
Yes, the
by Telltale.
Yes.
A Telltale production.
We'll probably talk about, like, the other seasons a little bit, too. From what I know.
Good.
Clearly remember 1 and 2.
Yeah,
I remember 2 pretty well.
I don't think.
I didn't play 3 or 4.
I can't remember how far I made it because oh goodness, it's been a while. But I think it started like getting complicated and emotional, and I was like, I took a break, and then I never.
It's like, I can't handle it.
I played season 1 like 7 times.
Yeah.
I played season 2 like twice, and I played seasons 3 and 4 once each. I don't remember season 3 at all. I finished season 4 a few days ago, and I wasn't a big fan of it.
I wasn't a fan of 3, so I didn't finish it, and therefore I didn't.
I'm glad they finished because Telltale closed down in the middle of season 4, and then
yeah,
and then I
didn't know they closed down.
Yeah, and Skybound Games or whatever bought the rights or whatever, and
how dare they close down before Game of Thrones season 2?
Well, I don't think they're doing Game of Thrones, but I know they're doing The Wolf Among Us. I think they're still doing that. I'm not 100% sure.
I really needed season 2 of Game of Thrones.
I did too, actually.
My game ended so bad, though.
Mine too. It was a big disaster. And I feel like every time I finished the Walking Dead season, it was a big disaster also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's normally how it goes. Season 4, they tried to make it like full circle, like how Lee and Clementine are the main characters of season 1. Clementine and AJ are the main characters of season 4. And they tried to like throw them in the shoes of Lee and Clementine, and it seemed very unnatural.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bet. I like, speaking of kids turning parents in video games, spoiler for Steven, I like Ellie as a parent so far in The Last of Us 2.
Did you finish?
Almost done. I don't want to spoil it for Steven, but Ellie just killed the one dude that captured. Yeah, you know. It does feel like it's going rushed because I could have used the whole third game trying to get to her again.
Yeah, because the plot they threw in at the very end is like, it could have been like a 3 or 4 hour DLC, or it could have been The Last of Us Part 3. Could have been a big chunk of that.
Yeah, because I could learn more about the people and stuff.
That's probably my only complaint about it.
Hey, we'll talk more about it when I get my phone tomorrow. We could text about it.
We won't spoil it for Steven. I don't know if Meatball plays The Last.
I don't.
Wow.
But
You're missing out.
I should, but I know a lot of people who do. It looks pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's like $20 now.
See, I got it when it was free.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I borrowed it off Jeremy when I got the PS4, and then I downloaded it for free after I gave it to him back.
Speaking of, we can. Well, it's not really speaking of anything, but we could do Shawn's review of Amazon Prime before we jump into the Walking Dead game.
I still have not. Meatball offered me her login info for Amazon Prime, and I did not take her up on her offer yet. But I've been having technical difficulties anyways with my whole life.
Same.
Sounds about right.
We're in episode 3, and Shawn's already breaking promises to the listeners.
But next
Well,
week,
whenever you're ready for it, just let me know.
I'll get that. I'll get it
set
off
up
you
it.
tomorrow. I'm supposed to get a new phone.
Okay. I think all you need whenever you get ready, I think if you just do like it'll give you a code and you can give it to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually easier. That's how I log in on different devices with it. And I'll just I'll open my app and type that code in, and you'll automatically have access.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah, we can do that.
All right, I'll take you up on that later on, so I can get.
Sounds good. It's no problem.
Due to the pandemic, Shawn's review has been delayed.
It's not a pandemic; it's due to the technical difficulties in my life.
Okay, so I guess we can. There's 5 episodes. We could run down them and.
Oh yeah, we should talk about each, or give an opinion on each character, each main character.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. We'll run through the plot, you know.
Well, let's start by saying that Carley should have never died, and my heart was broken.
We jumped ahead to episode 3.
Depending on how you play it.
Oh yeah, it can be episode 1. I remember when the game first came out, like it was like 87% of people saved Carley.
The way it should have been. No offense to Doug.
Major offense to Doug. He's not as.
What
elegant.
happened to Doug if you saved Doug instead of Carley?
The same thing.
The same thing. He just
Except it was different though. I saw it on YouTube because every time I play the game, I can't save him.
I did it once.
Yeah, I need Carley.
I never was able to save him ever.
I did it once. It's not the same.
Carley was such a missed opportunity. She could have went to season 4 and been the most loved character. Right up there with Clementine.
I'm gonna spoil season 4.
It should have been
not like a major spoiler, but Krista never comes back, and they never explain what happened to her because she disappeared.
Who?
Krista.
Oh, okay, yeah, Krista.
Omid and Krista.
Oh yeah, okay.
She disappears in the first episode of season 2.
I was irritated. I was irritated with the way they handled both of them.
You still don't know what happened to Krista?
Yeah, they just never say.
Well,
that's stupid. What is wrong with this game?
They could have at least told us.
What'd you say?
Pulled so many heartstrings.
Okay. Episode 1. A New Day. So you start off as Lee Everett. He's in a cop car. I played this one the other day. I didn't finish it, but I played this enough to. Once I read through the plot and stuff, it'll jog my memory. So Lee's heading to prison for he kills the.
He allegedly killed his wife.
Was it his wife, or was it? I thought it was the mistress.
It was something like that. It was somebody he was sleeping with.
Yeah. It was his wife cheated on him, and yeah.
I thought it was both.
Well,
we never know.
So yeah, for some reason there's a zombie just walking across the middle of the highway, and the police officer hits the zombie, and the way that the cop's body flies around the car is ridiculous. Did anybody else notice that?
Yeah.
No.
Because you're the point of view in the back seat, so you just see the guy flying around the front seat, and it's like the car just went down a hill, but it's like a 20-second thing.
Maybe it was a big hill.
I don't know. It was just something I thought was
kind of low key. I understand, because when I got hit, whenever that was, a couple weeks ago, I felt like I was flipping forever, and I only rolled across the street. If you think about it.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you're not flipping forever.
But I was literally flipping for so long that, like, while I was flipping, in my head, I was thinking, why the fuck am I still flipping? Well, it was unnecessarily long.
Well, you know.
I guess it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't remember how you were flailing around, so.
So anyway, when you get to the bottom of the hill, you break out of the car, and you find out the cop died, and he immediately turned into a rotting zombie. I'm assuming it's just because you were knocked out for a little while.
Decades.
So you have to kill the zombie, or the walker, as they say. And then the woods gets overrun by walkers, so then you run into, like, you jump a fence, and you go into this house, and it's Clementine's house, who my fiance actually named her car after Clementine. Fun fact.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it was
how
named
exciting,
after her,
but it was.
but that's what she picked.
Might as well have been named after her.
Yeah. So for some reason it says on this website that Lee was out for at least a day. I don't know.
He kind of zombie.
For some reason I thought he just smacked his head and woke up.
That's what I thought too. Well, no, because he was like fading in and out throughout the night. If I remember correctly.
Well, thank you, are you poisoning me? I'm being poisoned on air. Thank you, Ben. And I was just brought a cup of Hennessy. It's about to get lit.
Okay. Where are we at now?
Get lit.
Anyone
Getting
want to take
lit.
over? Continue the
Think
episode.
about that.
Getting lit with Lee and Clementine.
That's right.
Could that be the episode title?
I hope so.
Yeah, Lee. Doesn't he find like a walkie-talkie in the house?
Yeah. It's
And
Clementine's
then-
walkie-talkie.
Yeah, because she's sitting in the treehouse in the backyard talking to him.
Yeah, I remember that now. Always coming back to
I always liked the
Yeah.
part where
Aw.
he was listening to the voicemails from Clementine's mom.
Oh, I forgot about that too. And then, never mind. That's later in the game. I'm not even going to say what I was thinking. That's
I
later.
feel like they got really lazy with the names because it's like, hey, Sandra, we're in Savannah. And then it's like, I don't know. There's another name that rhymes with that that's in the voicemail.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
So yeah, Clementine is talking over the walkie-talkie.
There's a walker that Lee has to kill, I believe, to get Clementine to get out of the treehouse.
Oh, yeah, it
It's,
was the babysitter.
Yeah, the babysitter grabs Lee from behind when he's looking in the treehouse.
And she was a very strong babysitter, from what I remember.
Yeah, it was. What?
And Lee is very clumsy because he falls when you walk in the kitchen, just normally. And then when you're back in the kitchen fighting the zombie, he falls again and smacks his head off the counter.
He follows quite a in the whole game.
See, we bought that game when it was first released on disc, so there were so many glitches on it. You know how long it took to get past that part?
Yeah, because you have to be accurate.
Yeah.
I played Season 4 on the Switch, and it's really buggy on the Switch, so I died way too many times.
It was like just the first episode that was glitchy for the disc when they first released it.
Yeah, I remember that because we returned the game and then got a new one, and it was still buggy.
Yeah.
So after you kill the babysitter, you get the choice to either wait till nighttime or go during the day.
I went
And I
during
think-
the day.
I went
think
during nighttime.
I think either time you run into the Green family in the road.
I think
Is that right?
you don't.
You run into, well, at night you run into, what's his name?
Walkers.
Herschel's son. It was Shawn, and then it was a police officer. And the guy that you would run into during the day is dead at night.
Oh, okay.
And he's a walker.
Okay.
I forget
I didn't-
the guy's name now.
I
So
don't
you
think
still-
I ever went at night.
You still run into two people, but yeah, it's just a different person at night.
Yeah.
And I want to
So-
say that that cop appeared in the 400 Days DLC too, but I'm not sure.
That too. I forgot about that. That's a separate
Yeah.
combo.
The characters don't even matter in that.
Yeah.
Except Bonnie.
Oh, stupid bitch. I hate her. I think I forgot about her.
See,
So-
I kind of liked her for a moment.
But so
Isn't everybody bad?
Oh yeah, you might be right. Well,
Yeah.
no, there's the potheads, the cool potheads.
Well, you secretly play as the season 2 villains without realizing it.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
so
well, not the villains, but
you go back to, or you get taken to Herschel's farm, and Herschel antagonizes you.
I hate Herschel in the video game.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. 100% good.
Well, in his defense, you do show up with a little girl, and you're not her dad, so it is kind of shady.
Well, I
But
mean,
I feel
there's
like
zombies everywhere.
He was shady in the
Yeah.
comic book too.
even before he knows that, though, that you're not her dad, he's still antagonizing you from the beginning.
Yeah.
Um,
TV Herschel's the only Herschel I know.
so I love TV Herschel.
Let's
So
not.
I loved him very much.
the
I can't.
Herschel's son convinces him that they need to build a stronger border around the fence or around the farm. So in the morning when you wake up, you meet Kenny, Duck, and is his wife named Katja? Or is
Yeah.
that somebody else?
Gotcha.
The feels are starting to come back.
What a
I
trio.
know. Oh no, I
I
don't even
didn't-
want to talk about it anymore. Let's just scrap this episode before we all start uncontrollably crying.
That doesn't even happen in that episode. That's like like 2 episodes later.
The podcast,
Oh.
because this is going to be an emotional ride.
We haven't even introduced Carley. well, we did, but the game didn't.
Yeah, goodness.
Okay, so when you're fixing up the farm, doesn't Duck do something that attracts zombies or whatever?
Yeah,
No,
because
he traps the sun,
he started the stupid tractor.
Yes.
and he gets
Oh.
Herschel's son stuck.
Like he
Walk-
like ran over his leg or something.
So walkers are grabbing both of them, and it's weird because if you save Duck, Duck lives, and if you save Shawn, Duck still lives, and Shawn still dies.
Yeah, but if
'cause-
you save Shawn, then Kenny is super mad at you for not saving Duck.
Yeah. It's funny because you
I
do
remember.
like the smallest thing makes Kenny mad. Like you can be on his side the whole time, and then you'll be like, you like won't give him a cracker, and he'll be mad at you.
Yeah, I was about to say. I remember being like best friends with his side. Something happened where I didn't agree. All of a sudden, he was talking about how I was never there for him. I was like, what the?
So you get kicked off the farm because Herschel's son dies, and then you go to what is it, like the drugstore because Lee's family owned it.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's people held up there already. Is that?
Yeah, Lily and the group.
Yeah, you meet Lily,
Stupid bits.
Larry, Carley.
No,
And
Lily. I had mixed feelings on Lily for a while until she did what she did.
Let's just start by saying I've never liked Lily or her stupid dad.
I hated her dad, but I didn't mind her until she did what she did.
But the skies open up and the angels start singing because that's when we meet Carley.
And Glenn.
I don't remember who else is at. I don't remember who else is at the drugstore, but I know Carley's there.
It was
Doug.
Carly. I think it was Carly and Glenn that let you in.
Oh yeah, Glenn's there. I forgot about it. I forgot about Glenn.
I forgot about Glenn too. He's there for a good while, isn't he?
Through the first episode.
Oh.
The first
never comes
episode's
back?
really long.
No, because they tried to make him. They showed where he was before he was with Rick in the comics.
Oh, okay. Is that just technically the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if the game and the comic are supposed to be joined together, but we could say that was TV Glenn if we want.
Because I imagine it's all the same universe.
And they originally said Lily was supposed to be the Lily that was in the comics and the one book, but they changed their mind.
Okay.
Okay. So you're at the drugstore. You get introduced to the group.
And Larry's screaming right away.
Yeah, I remember
That's
that.
all.
Who are you with? Kenny, Clementine, Duck. Is Kenny's wife there still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue. I just needed to remember who all was here.
So I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know you have to go to the hotel. Why do you have to go to the hotel?
Because
shit, I don't remember.
Glenn got stuck there while he was on a run.
Oh, okay. So you have to save Glenn.
Yeah.
Medicine
then
for Lily's dad.
Well, we had to get the door unlocked.
Yeah. So you have
they
to.
need-
So there's a girl at the hotel, and you have the choice to shoot her, I think, or let her kill herself. Like
Yeah.
either way she dies, because even if you refuse to do it, she grabs the gun and shoots herself.
Yeah, it turned into a whole situation.
So you save Glenn, you return back to the drugstore. That's when Lily's dad is screaming, and doesn't he have a heart attack? And he doesn't have a heart attack, but he's about to have a heart attack.
Yeah, and then you hang out with Doug for a second because he programs the TV remote or something.
Yeah, and then you turn on the radio for Carley because she doesn't realize there's no batteries in it.
And then when she puts the batteries in, they're put in backwards.
So the store ends up getting overrun by walkers. Doesn't that happen because because they need to get the medicine, and when they open the door, the alarms go off?
Yeah.
So yeah, that happens. When you're about to escape, since Larry doesn't like you,
Ooh, I think we're missing.
Oh, go ahead.
We're missing. I think it was this episode while they were in there, if I'm not mistaken. Carley was in, and she reporting on Lee.
Oh yeah, she's one of the only ones that I think she is the only one that knows about his shady past.
Yeah, so that's like the start. What looked like it was going to be their love life.
Well, she knew, and then Lily and Larry knew.
They definitely should have had a love life.
What a missed potential, or missed opportunity. I hate them.
So when the walkers are taking over the drugstore, you have the choice to save Doug or save Carley. Walkers grab them.
We all knew what the right choice was.
Yeah, everyone knows. 87% of the world that played this game.
I noticed once I played it a few years ago, a lot more people have chose Doug, probably just to see what the outcome is if you choose him.
Yeah.
It sort of evened out.
Well, we know what it was.
The game is unplayable.
Pretty much. So yeah, you're escaping the drugstore, and Larry punches you and takes Clementine. And
jeez, I forgot.
Either way,
kidnap the little girl.
Yeah, either way, Kenny tries to save you. Well, he does save you. He just holds out his hand and stands there, and he'll either say he's not going to let anyone else die, especially a good friend, or he insults you. I forget what he says.
Yeah.
He called me his friend because we were best friends until the end of the game.
He called me his friend too. Remember that line? Larry was, because they were threatening to fight him, and Larry was like, "You in what homo parade?" And Kenny was like, "This one."
I forgot about that. I love season 1, Kenny.
And he says it so serious too.
This one.
Okay. So now we're in episode 2. Starved for starved for help.
Oh yeah, we meet that new guy, Mark.
Yeah, you don't really get an introduction to him. He's just there.
He joined the group off screen.
Yeah, because it says this episode is 3 months after the first episode.
And I guess apparently they only let him in because he had food. Well, that's what Lily said. I'm like, thanks a
Well,
lot.
Lily's a bitch.
So that's when
That's
they're
when
like,
she really starts to get rude and go downhill.
yeah. So they're like planting seeds because David's new in the group too. Mark and David.
I don't remember who they are. I'm gonna open my laptop.
I remember Mark.
Actually, yeah, I have to do it on my laptop because I'm on Safari on it.
So David gets his leg caught in a bear trap.
Oh yeah, David. Isn't he the school teacher or the student?
I think he's the teacher.
Because he's with Ben.
Yeah, David isn't in the group. They just come across them. Okay, I got you.
See, I always had it so where.
Oh yes, Ben's Steven's favorite character. Everybody listening, so I don't like Ben. I don't think Jeremy liked Ben either.
I didn't hate Ben.
He was your favorite.
No, he wasn't.
You had to save Ben every time.
I saved Ben too.
I didn't. I forget why, but he did something that was not acceptable.
He abandons Clementine instead of saving her. I know that.
See? Get out of here, Ben.
Yep.
We don't leave.
Agree.
Huh?
I agree.
With me?
Yeah.
Yeah, who the fuck leaves a little girl to die?
So you're back at the motel. You can either choose to cut off David's leg or leave him. Either way, you take back Ben. And do you take back another person?
I don't remember David.
He's in there real quick because then he turns into a zombie at the motel.
Okay, because I'm looking at pictures of him right now.
Because he dies and turns into a zombie.
Oh yeah, I left the guy in the bear trap.
Okay.
And then Ben's friend got shot because he grabbed the gun from Mark and Mark shot him by accident.
Okay.
I don't remember Mark either.
So we take that guy.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, I do.
So this is the episode where you go to the St. John dairy farm.
That's my favorite episode, I think.
It's probably my favorite episode out of the whole series.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I couldn't handle the plot twist.
Anyone want to run through the plot of the St. John dairy?
Shit. I mean,
Well, they came up to the hotel because they needed gas for their fence.
and then for dinner, don't they?
Yeah, well, who can't? It's like Mark, Lee, Carley, and Ben.
Yeah.
All went with. And that's when you get, or Doug if you decided to go that route, but hopefully you didn't. But that's where you get some of the character development with Lee and Carley. What happens when you bring Doug though?
I think Doug is better at starting the generator at the barn and stuff like that.
Because I feel like that would be terrible.
And I know he really likes the
conversation.
biscuits.
Oh yeah, he ate all the biscuits.
Yeah. I do remember that. That's like the only thing I remember from my playthrough choosing Doug.
He ate all the food.
And they just laugh it off.
Mad. Oh yeah, remember when Lily made you, earlier before you met the people. Lily makes you choose who to feed.
Yeah, you almost have to pick the kids, or else I feel bad.
Yeah, you always have to pick Clementine and Duck.
And Carley.
Yeah, I forget which one her favorite was, because she'll always turn it down unless you give her favorite one.
I would have given the clothes off my back for Carley.
But how many people have fed Larry?
I don't think anyone would feed Larry.
I didn't feed Larry.
Me neither. And
I definitely didn't.
and he got so mad. And Lily said, "You're playing favorites."
Well,
I
that's
sure
because-
am.
Yeah.
I remember I fed Ben,
My
and it said everybody
my whole
else
group was
noticed.
favorite.
It's like the other people noticed your.
Yeah, why would you feed the new guy?
Because
When he could have ate a nice burger right before you walked in, you would have never knew.
Yeah, to be
Well-
pocketing that apple for later because he's already full.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I like him. He's cool.
at what point do you
Ish.
find the
Cool-ish.
that small camp where the
Oh, well, you see, they're called bandits, right? You see them on your way to the farm. And then when you're at the farm, trying to fix the fence, they start shooting arrows.
I remember that now.
And I was shook. Because Mark got hit right away.
Hmm. On your way back, I think it is. That's when you find the small camp. And
Can you imagine? Because after you fix the fence and you go back to the house, that's when everybody from the group comes back. Can you imagine going up to the house and you see someone from your group with an arrow in him? Like I don't blame Lily for wanting to leave right away.
I just seen that if you choose Doug, looking up the characters on images as we talk about them to like remember who they are.
Mm-hmm.
He gets shot at farm. I don't know why, because it's just a picture. But yeah,
I don't remember him being shot there.
that's what I believe is happening in this picture.
I don't know. So that's when you're on your way back or something. That's when you find that camp where that crazy lady is at.
Oh yeah, because they sent.
Yeah, I was
She's-
about to say. I think we did. Her name's Jolene. I think we. I was gonna say, did we skip her?
And the very first time I played it, I thought that was Clementine's mom because the way she was
Yeah.
talking.
I did
Because
too.
she stole Clementine's hat.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And then she was like, "Well, you stole her from me." And I was like, "Oh, did I just take this child from this woman without realizing it? My bad." But then it turns out she had a daughter, and I guess her daughter was killed, so she was just kind of crazy.
So you have the choice to
Oh.
either shoot her, or if you keep letting her talk, then I think his name's Danny from Danny St. John or whatever kills.
Because she was about to expose them.
Yeah, because she knows about their shady doings.
Yo, what if they ate her daughter, and that's why she said you took her from me?
Maybe.
Yeah. So you're back at the barn. Lee gives Clementine her hat back.
Did you guys push Clementine on the swing? Because I feel like you have to do that.
Yeah.
And then Kenny's acting crazy. And he wants to break into the barn. Like the back part.
He knows.
And he
doesn't
tells
know, but
And him and Lily are arguing. Like out loud.
and he tells Lee that he's good at picking locks because he's herbal.
I see memes about that scene.
That probably wouldn't fly nowadays.
No, like it's literally like the subtitles to that scene and like people laughing at it, saying, "What the fuck?" What was the one brother's name? The from the farm, the one with like the weird parted eyes.
Danny's one. Is it Andrew? Is the other one?
Let me look real quick.
I think Danny was the creepy one, the one that like always whispers.
Yep. I don't like him.
No, I was saying that yesterday.
He gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, he's creepy.
So Lee is creeping around the house, and he finds Mark upstairs with no legs, and he finds out that the dinner that they're at is actually
Mark.
Mark. So he runs downstairs. You have to stop Clementine from eating the food.
And did you guys? Well, when you break into the barn, like when you remove the lock, I told them that I found it like that. And then he blamed his brother. But then, did you guys tell Larry to eat the food?
I probably did at one point.
Yeah.
Because I was petty and I definitely did. Because he cussed me out one too many times.
Him probably too by this point.
And he was like falling in love with Brenda.
Oh yeah, they had like a weird romance.
Yeah.
So I think it's one of the brothers knocks Lee out or something, and then they wake up and a few of them are in the meat locker or the meat freezer or whatever. So you have to. I'm not going to get into details how you get out, but you have to sneak out of there. That is where Larry's heart has finally had enough of him screaming at everybody.
And that's where your ultimate test with Kenny is. That'll like make or break your relationship for the rest of the game.
This is where I went wrong because I was friends with Kenny up until this point, and then I said we shouldn't crush his head because Kenny wants to kill him before he turns.
And you know, I was reading about it online.
Wait, who did Kenny want to kill?
Larry.
Lily's head.
I let him. That's probably why me and Kenny were so close, because I was still like, fuck Larry, let's just get rid of him now. That's a big dude.
I think my very first playthrough, I didn't let him, and I was trying to save him, but they say that, well, I was reading about it online, and they said, like, right before Kenny crushes his head, if you perform CPR on him, Larry, like, takes a breath.
Yeah. I did hear that before.
So you really did kill him for nothing, but
I mean, he would have been.
It was for the best.
Yeah, because
my version.
Kill him.
My version of Lee did not lose any sleep over that.
So if I remember correctly, you have the choice to let both brothers live. I think I know. The mother has to die because you back her up into a walker.
Yeah, because Mark turned, and she was holding Katja hostage on the steps.
Oh yeah, because they were gonna eat Mark.
Yeah, because you can let the brothers turn, or you can kill the brothers. I mean,
he died from blood loss because of his legs being cut off. But I always kill the one brother, Danny, the creepy one.
I always kill both of them.
I killed him, and then I let the other one live because he was alone.
I know the one you have to beat, like you just beat his head in, and I think you can leave him for the walkers.
Yeah, or couldn't you push him into the fence too?
Yeah.
I just let him. I hit him a couple times extra, and then I left him there. So his fate was up in the air on my game.
But they never come back, so I'm just going to assume that they die.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he kind of gave up.
So that is when you get to, on your way back, you run into that car filled with food and supplies, and you can choose whether to take the food or not.
And
So what'd you guys do?
I took it.
Clementine doesn't
I
want
took
you
it.
to, but
I
you
took
take
it.
it.
Oh yeah.
You take it anyway.
I took it because I think who won it? I didn't. Well, Carly was neutral on it.
I think Kenny and Lily both wanted to take it though.
Yeah, and I was like, well, let me hop in the bandwagon and take this.
You know what? I wanted to take it too, but right when the flag right there.
Oh, Lily said something about we're no different.
Yeah.
Then she didn't want to take it, or I don't know. She was weird because she didn't have a problem taking it, but she was complaining about taking it.
I took it though.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
So it's like Clementine had a hoodie for the rest of the game,
Did you get this far in the game, Meatball?
and it was cold.
I'm trying to remember this part. It's been so long. I hate that. I'm just kind of sitting back and listening to you guys because it's jogging my memory too. But this one I can't. I feel like this was close to okay.
Because that episode was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that episode
And
was long.
I took a small recess after that because I was like, well, that's a lot's happening. I don't know how they're going to top this because this is like my favorite episode.
They never topped it.
Well,
No,
episode 4 was cool too.
This is the last episode. We'll get there, but hooey.
We'll try to skip through the next 3 episodes faster than we did the first 2.
Well, we gotta talk about we meet Chuck still next.
Who?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, Chuck, yeah.
I think that
'Cause
happens
he's on the train.
after the RV.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're in episode 3, Long Road Ahead.
Oh, yeah, the bandits.
I definitely made it that far. Was this like the train?
Yeah.
Yes. This is the train.
Okay, yeah.
This episode was really long.
This episode is the one full of heartbreak too, isn't it?
That too much happened. Too much happened.
Just as I say we're going to fly through this episode, Steven's like, this is the longest episode.
It really was. It took forever for me to finish it. But the bandits are focused on the motel now because the only reason they weren't was because the St. John Derrier was up and running.
Yeah, we'll skip through the bandit part because it's revealed who really was behind it later on. So we'll pretty much someone was
slipping
sneaking supplies,
and they attacked. And then the walkers just over in the hotel. Lily wanted to stay there. Kenny wanted to leave.
I like how we're barely talking about Ben or Duck.
Nothing. They don't really.
I was just about to say when you're trying to figure out who is sneaking the supplies out, Duck wants to be your sidekick.
Oh yeah, he was Robin.
And he gives you a high five.
Yeah, I love Duck. He's such a bad little fucking kid though.
The one time I accidentally missed his high five and I felt bad the rest of the game.
How'd you miss the high five?
Something happened where I don't know if I looked away or something, but time expired. And he just walked away sad.
And it said, if you would do high five him, it said, Duck thinks you're really cool. I was like, aw.
I love Duck.
Me too.
But yeah, walkers and bandits over in the hotel that Lily thought was a good idea to stay at.
Yeah, because she wanted to fix it even though they had no food.
And there are arrows all in the wall. Like, nobody thought that was a good idea to stay there.
Lily.
That was stupid. But yeah, we're on the road now because we're in the RV that Kenny fixed. And then Lily is interrogating. Well, depending on how you play the game, or depending on who you saved, if you saved Carley, then she accuses Carley and Ben of slipping on supplies. But if you
I'm
save
not having
Doug,
that.
if you save Doug, then she accuses just Ben.
Okay.
So clearly she was jealous of Carley because Carley was prettier than her and skinnier and stuff.
Pretty sure they were the same size.
She would.
And Lily wanted some of that Lee D.
She did, but she
She
couldn't
did.
have it because
That's why
Carley-
she had it out for him all the time.
Carley
But she-
claimed that in
She knew
episode
Carley
1.
was taking the Lee D.
I don't know if she was. She was gonna though.
I'm gonna write a fan.
And how many people? I know we are. Who would ever side with Lily on that fight and accuse Carley? Because they get you the option to. I couldn't even do it just to do it, like to see what the dialogue would be. Like I couldn't handle it. I can't
Yeah.
accuse her.
And this is where hearts were shattered.
Oh yeah, Kenny ran over a walker, so it's his fault too.
So it really just stems back to Kenny not knowing how to drive.
Like, how do you run over a walker when there's
There's no
nobody
one on the road.
There's no one on the road. You could drive anywhere. Lori did that on the TV show too. Remember, she was looking at the map and then she flipped the car like 10 times over, and she was pregnant.
Yeah,
Like,
I forgot about that.
What are you doing? But yeah, we have to pull over because Kenny hit a walker and it's stuck under the RV, and I feel like we didn't have to pull over.
No.
We could have just kept going. I'm sure it would have solved itself.
And then can't even say it. Steven, do you want to say it?
Lily has the audacity.
She has the gall.
To pull the trigger.
The gall
Right
and
into
the gumption.
Carley's face.
Because she thought she was stealing or giving them supplies.
And then my heart shattered in a million pieces.
And then the game's over.
I didn't like bed now.
Yeah.
We find out later in the episode that Ben
Well, did you
was the
guys?
one
What
slipping
did you
the
guys
supply.
do? What did you guys do with Lily? You left her or brought her?
I left her.
Well, the first game I left her, the second time I brought.
I'm trying to think. I left her the very first time.
I
was like,
think you
nope.
get the same outcome either way, though.
Well, she's there a little bit longer. She steals the RV later if you bring her. Like, she offers you, even if you side with her every single time, like, she'll offer you and Clementine to go with her, and then she'll just leave while you go to get Clementine. Like, even if you have been on her side the whole entire game.
So she's just gonna stab you in the back.
So she's trash.
So at this point, when you're driving, the train is blocking the road.
Oh yeah, we also find out that Duck was bitten right after Carley died.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
More heartbreak.
Right after she died, like the next scene.
I can't even discuss this episode anymore.
So you lose 3 people right away. Lily, she's still alive, but you know how small the group gets.
Yeah. At this point, it's you, Clementine, Kenny, Katja, Ben,
Duck, and Ben.
Yeah, and Duck.
Since we all left Lily, so we're not including her anymore. She's trash.
But Kenny thinks that his son is the only one that is like immune to the virus. He's going to be fine. Just
He
like
said,
a cold.
"We don't know anything."
Oh, we know.
But we pull up to this train, and Chuck's living in the train, the homeless guy. And he plays guitar, and he was playing guitar with the group and all that.
The game takes like a big halt at this point.
Because you have to start the train.
Like this episode.
And this is also a moment where it makes or breaks your friendship with Kenny, because you can get into an altercation with him, like a fight. That's when you find out he's not really a good fighter, because he's really easy to fight. I ended up fighting him.
I remember the one time for some reason, Kenny beat the crap out of me. And I don't know how he did it, but you have like a bruise on your face the rest of the season.
And he's really not that good of a fighter at all.
It was a constant reminder of when I got beat up by Kenny. There was like a bruise under Lee's eye.
But that's when we start the train, and then he stops the train because Katja knows that Duck's about to die.
Oh no.
So then,
and the group gets smaller.
Yeah, because she takes you go out into the forest. Well, Katja and Kenny take Duck out into the forest.
It's
and
like
Lee,
I'm reliving this all over again.
Lee was gonna go with them. He's about to go with them, and then you hear the gunshot, and Kenny screams.
Oh no.
And then you get out there, Duck's still alive, but Katja shot herself. And that came out of nowhere, because I wasn't expecting that from her.
No.
Because she always seemed like she was, like, strong-minded.
Her spirits were high.
Yeah, all the time. She didn't really have much to do with the series, but when she was like the positive outlook. So I did not expect that from her.
Did you agree to shoot Duck?
I did.
You have to do it.
I did it because I didn't want him to do it because I felt bad.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did too.
I was like, I'll do it.
It gives you the option to give Kenny the gun and scream at him to shoot him.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, why is that an option? Like, what's wrong?
Scream at him to do it.
I did that one time just to see what happened. And he like insults him.
Like, that's not the right time to do that.
He's like, you need to man up and do what's right.
But yeah, I shot him. Well, Kenny was going to at first because he said I could do it, but he couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're down 5 people, right? 4.
Lee, Clementine, Kenny, and Chuck. And Ben.
5.
That's crazy. And then we're hanging out on the train, and then Chuck insults your the way you take care of Clementine, and Ben admits that he was the one slipping them the bandits supplies.
Yep. So Carley is dead because Kenny can't drive. Lily's a bitch, and Ben let Carley take the fall for something he did.
Yeah. And
what?
We're all getting a little choked up here.
And I try. I was so patient with Ben. Up to that point, even a little bit after that point, even though I was mad.
Mm-hmm.
And I yelled at him. But I didn't yell at him enough to where our relationship was ruined. Like, he was still cool.
I broke him down and ruined his spirits. He was a very depressed Ben at the end of his life.
Yeah. All right, so you're the train's going down the tracks, and then there's like a big like tanker truck hanging off the bridge.
And
that's when you meet Omid and Krista.
I had trouble getting into the episode after that, though. After all that, I was like, we just lost everybody.
Yeah, it's way too long.
And now I'm annoyed.
I will say
it's like,
that
I don't want to have to get this thing off the bridge after my heart was just destroyed.
Twice.
I do like a lot of the characters we meet after. Well,
I like Omid and Krista were cool. But Krista starts interrogating you right away, too.
Yeah.
That's the issue I have with the final season. Like, they kind of go for, like, happy ending, kind of, but it's not happy because I don't like anybody in this group.
I would have liked my final. Well, we could talk about who our final group should be at the end,
Yeah.
or who our final group would be. But
So, to make it
we-
short, the tanker off of the bridge, and then there's a massive horde coming down. Or
I
horde
hated
coming
that
down.
whole part too. That part took as long as it did to start the train.
The train part is my least favorite part of all of season 1
And
because
you have to teach Clementine to shoot, and that part was annoying too.
it takes like an hour to get the stupid train started.
And then another hour to get the truck down. But Omid and Lee bonded over history because Lee was a history teacher.
Oh yeah.
I was able
So-
to get them to bond over the first time, but I never was able to get them to bond the rest of the time.
Did you push Omid off of the bridge onto the train?
Yes.
Yeah.
He wouldn't jump, so you can
Why
throw him
would I
off and let him jump.
And I was mad because I thought he was going to stay up there, and I'm like, you're cool. You have to come with us.
He like bounces.
Why did we think that was a good idea to push somebody onto a speeding train?
Well, it was just starting.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just starting.
I don't think you should have bounced off like that then.
And then who did you pull into the car first? Krista or Omid?
I think Omid, because I remember him saying that him yelling at me that I should have saved Krista.
He was gonna reveal something about her, but then she caught up.
Yeah, that she is with child.
Yes, they kept hinting at it. I feel so
Because
bad for her.
They say something about her eating for 2.
Yeah.
So
Talk
when you're
about
on the
someone-
train,
Talk about someone who went through everything during the apocalypse. Krista lost everything. And we don't even find out what happened to her.
Mm-hmm. So when you're on the train, Clementine's sleeping, and then you hear that guy's voice on the walkie-talkie.
And I was getting annoyed with her at that point.
Yeah, because the guy says to meet up with him, whether Lee approves or not.
I'm like, excuse me?
And,
In real life, I would have broken that walkie.
Yeah. Okay, so we're in episode 4, Around Every Corner. This is probably
I
my
like that
favorite.
episode.
Probably my second favorite episode, behind
Is
episode
this-
2.
Where we meet Molly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You go
so
to,
Molly is probably my favorite character behind Carley.
I liked her too.
I'm trying to think. I can't remember what that city's called.
Savannah. Right? Oh no.
Yeah.
Crawford.
Crawford,
But it was
yeah.
in Savannah.
Yeah, you have to
Because
break into
that's
this,
where we
like,
find the parents too. I'm not going to say whose parents yet. We'll get there.
Yeah.
But you know.
But there was it started off kind of slow because we're in this house, or we find this house that we break into. It's safe for now. You find that little walker in the attic, the child.
Yeah. Fiffle.
And it's
I
funny
don't think I made it that far
because the walker,
because I don't even remember this.
he looks like
you might have
Duck.
stopped at episode 3 then.
Okay.
Now, did you
We'll
guys
the
have?
total 4 and 5. Is someone chewing something?
Yes.
It got quiet.
Sorry.
Because that one was really loud.
Me? I mean a candy bar.
What kind?
Mounds.
I want a Butterfinger.
Those hurt my teeth.
Okay, Steven, where were we at
All
in
right.
episode 4?
Yeah, continue. Sorry.
This little child was in the attic, and did you guys have Kenny kill him, or did you kill him again, just like Duck?
I think I killed him.
I had Kenny do it this time.
Okay, so what happened to that? So you have to break in. Yeah, so you already broke into the house.
Yeah. So when you're burying the baby or the child and it's dog, because you use the dog's leash to break into the house. Because of that automatic pet door.
This is when Kenny starts his boat fetish.
Oh, yeah. And you find that guy's watching you.
Yeah. They're like,
Because
Even if
freaking
they got the
Clementine
boat, what the fuck were they gonna do?
live off the water.
that's what
Because
I'm.
all he said was we need to get on a boat. But the plan never surpassed that.
I have a
Were they
bone to
gonna
pick.
just live there and eat fish forever?
I have a bone to
hate
pick this
seafood.
episode. Well, first off, you couldn't even drink the water because it's salt water. You'd have to
Yeah.
boil.
And how are we gonna boil on a boat? A small boat.
Right.
I'm gonna get to my big issue with this episode later, with this episode later.
And I
But-
know the apocalypse is not time to be a picky eater, but I hate seafood.
Yeah, I'm not gonna eat crab.
I'd rather eat the
I
vegetable.
like
Well,
crab.
I actually tried crab and it was all right,
Yeah.
but
Crab's
I don't
good.
like fish. I tried catfish and I wanted to die
I haven't tried a lot of fish, but ew.
because fish tastes exactly how it smells to me.
Yeah.
So I want to die whenever I tried it. But
All right, someone jogged my memory. Why do you have to break into Crawford?
because we need the parts for the boat that was in the house,
They
in the
kill
house's
women and
garage.
children. Or
Yeah,
elderly.
you're not allowed to be pregnant, or they kick you out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, we're in the street. We're looking for the boat in the water. Kenny
Mhm.
says a boat that's half sunken might still be salvageable.
I'm skipping ahead.
Oh yeah,
Somehow,
we meet Molly at that point too.
yeah, but I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. It's very convenient that there's a boat in the garage of the house.
Of the house you happen to pass by. Oh yeah, we also meet the because you get separated from the group for a little
Yeah.
bit when you're in the sewer. You meet Vernon. It says Vernon, Bree, and then the group of cancer survivors.
We also skipped over. This is the part where this is the episode where Chuck dies and Ben leaves Clementine in the street.
Oh yeah,
For who
So
dies?
Chuck.
Chuck.
Oh.
So if you didn't have enough reason to dislike Ben, he leaves Clementine in the street.
Well, that's what she gets for talking to a stranger with a walkie and getting everybody killed. But
Oh, I forgot she did that. What the fuck, Clementine? She thought it was
thanks a
her
lot.
parent. Who was it?
The stranger.
Oh yeah, they never said his name.
But I hate Vernon.
Yeah. The
What?
part where you break into Crawford is probably my favorite part of the entire series.
Did you guys convince the Vernon and Bree to work with you, or did you lie to them?
I did.
I convinced them too the first time I played, but then I lied to them, and Bree despises you after that, and she won't talk to you at all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember much of them.
Good. They were
So
useless.
you find out that the group is actually they're like a cancer support group, and they were kicked out of Crawford because they're cancer patients.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like a liability.
And they're still trash.
Yeah, and they still have the nerve to betray us.
But yeah, when you guys went to Crawford, because it has you go at night, did you guys bring Clementine or did you leave her at the house?
Yes, I brought her.
I think I brought her too, which was probably a dumb idea.
Yeah.
I just felt like she needed to be exposed to this.
I brought her because I don't know.
I didn't
just seemed
like
like a
the
fun thing to
idea of
do.
leaving her.
Hmm?
I just didn't like the idea of leaving her. Like, I wanted her to be in my game at all times.
Yeah.
Well, I was mad at her, but I still brought her.
But Omid stays back at the house because he's hurt from falling off the train.
From being pushed off a bridge.
Yeah.
So I actually like the whole Crawford storyline.
Yeah, I do too.
I wish they would have released a game on Crawford.
Yeah, we could do like a
Even
whole
though
the
we know
Crawford
what,
story.
yeah, even though you know what happened to them and how they fell, I feel like it would have been cool to play as them instead of 400 days.
Mhm.
And had to play as stupid Bonnie.
So you get back to the house after you get all the supplies from Crawford. No, I'm skipping over something.
Did
So
you guys
when you're
find
leaving
all?
Crawford, go ahead.
Did you guys find all 3 tapes to find out that Molly's sister lived in Crawford?
Yeah.
And they like, I don't know, did they kill her? Because she was diabetic, I think.
She was pregnant.
Yeah, she was pregnant.
Her sister was pregnant, or was Molly pregnant?
I'm not
Oh
sure.
no. Wait, no. The pregnant woman was some random person. I'm looking at it right now. It says watching the optional 3rd tape reveals Molly was a citizen, and she was trading sexual favors with the doctor in exchange for insulin for her sister.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
But then, like, the doctor stopped that, and basically exposed her sister, so she lost her sister. But I don't know if they killed her, if they just kicked both of them out, and then she died later on, because they never really said.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, it says Ben removed the hatchet from the door. That let all the walkers inside.
Oh yeah, because he goes to like hand you a hatchet.
And we used that hatchet earlier in the game to shut the door or block the door.
So when you're escaping, Ben's foot like falls through or something, and you're like hanging on, and he tells you to let him go.
Because he had just admitted that he was the reason everybody died.
Mm-hmm. So you can either choose. You can either choose to let him fall, or you can try to save him.
I let him fall.
I saved him.
The first time I let him fall.
Heartless. I saved him.
Because he's like, I know you can't save me, so I just assumed if I tried to save him, he would have fell anyway.
I just didn't save him because he killed Carley.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't do it. It was partially his fault. Well, we already know it was Kenny, Lily, and Ben's fault.
So is this the episode where they take the boat, or is that episode 5?
They take it in episode 5.
Okay, we're gonna get there.
Well, do they find the parents in this episode?
No,
that's 5
Next
too.
up. All right, well, let's move on to 5 then.
Well, hold on. At the end of episode 4, Clementine goes missing.
Ooh.
And when you go outside to try to find her, you like move a piece of cardboard or something, and there's just a walker sitting there, and it bites Lee in the arm.
Oh.
So you can choose to reveal your bite or hide your bite when you try to get the group to come with you.
And how many people went with you guys the first time you played?
I went by myself.
Oh my god.
Kenny.
I went.
No, wait. I went with Kenny and maybe Krista.
Oh, so everybody. Oh my god. Oh, you went with everybody then? Because Ben was dead in your game. I think Omid and Krista both go with you.
Wait, what about did?
Yeah, she left the group at that point.
I think just Kenny came with me.
See, when I did it, I had
No.
Omid. I had Krista and Omid, I think, the first time. So, of course, in my game, Ben and Kenny stayed at the house together.
Oh God. So, now we're at the final episode. No time left.
So now I'm bit.
Did you choose to cut the arm off?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I did. I did because I thought it would work.
me too.
Me
It does.
too.
How sad.
This is a pretty short episode, actually.
Yeah. That was a really good episode, too.
Mm-hmm.
I was so mad. The stupid Vernon and the group stole the boat.
Yeah, this is the part that I have the most issue with. There's no cars, and this group of cancer patients somehow took the boat and are walking it down the street.
And the streets flooded with walkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
So
Like a lot of the
Kenny
story
blamed-
is like realistic, but I just can't get over the group of the group of cancer patients carrying a boat down the street.
well, I think it was on wheels.
They still
Yeah,
got to push and pull.
And they were all old.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
all old cancer patients.
Pick the trailer up and walk it.
You know how heavy a boat is?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of options.
Mhm.
A lot of different things can happen depending on who you bring with you.
And I had all four of them. I had Ben, Kenny, Chris, and Omid.
Krista and Omid gets separated from me. I don't remember what happened to Kenny.
Krista and Omid stay with you until like the very end.
I think Kenny gets. Oh, I remember.
Oh yeah, your
Falls.
game would have been different. I had a
Kenny
whole
either dies trying to save Ben.
yeah, because we were jumping from the house to the next house, and the stupid balcony caved in when Ben went to jump on it. And
Yeah, he's the last one that jumped, I think.
He got impaled in the alley. And you know, Ben's biggest fear was being eaten alive by the walkers. So Kenny shot him so he wouldn't have to go through that.
Oh
And
yeah.
he forgave him like earlier in the episode after everything.
And if you let Ben die in the previous episode,
You don't get any of that. Shawn, you missed out on all that.
Lee drops the
I've seen it
walkie-talkie
one of the times I
into
played.
All that
Yeah.
sadness.
Lee drops a walkie-talkie into a building, and Kenny goes in to get it, and the room gets overrun by walkers. And you just
Yeah, I
assume
didn't
Kenny dies.
I
Yeah,
didn't
that's-
like that one.
That's the one I remember the most.
It's
Yeah, I
more
didn't like
heroic
that
when
one.
he tries to save a person than it is him saving a walkie-talkie.
Yeah. So now it is just Lee, Krista, and Omid.
And then you're climbing over a rooftop.
That
And-
sign, yeah.
Yeah, you're on the sign, and then the sign breaks because they're climbing across buildings.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a
And
lot of work with one arm.
yeah. So when you're when the sign breaks, you're on the one building, and Omid and Krista are on the other, and then you can choose to tell them to meet you somewhere.
And I said to meet at the train
That makes the most sense.
from when we first came into the city.
Yeah.
And I was
So-
sad.
So you get into the house and you find out where the stranger is holding Clementine. So the stranger holds you for hostage and explains to you that he lost his family when you and your group took the food.
Because that was his car.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why you would leave a car full of supplies with, like, you left the doors open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Like, I thought, oh, the doors are open. Somebody got pulled out of this car and got killed. So I'm going to take it. It turns out, wasn't he was on not a hunting trip because they're not on vacation, but he was hunting with his son and he lost his son in the woods.
Yeah.
So maybe that was going on during that time. Can you imagine you lose your son and then you leave your car door open and all your supplies get stolen like right after?
Well, you shouldn't leave your car door open. If the car doors were shut, maybe they wouldn't have noticed.
So his wife and daughter left him because of that.
Because I would leave him too if he left the car door open.
And lost your child.
That doesn't really give him an excuse to kidnap Clementine, though.
Yeah, and he's like interrogating you the whole time on all the decisions you made. And this is where I was mad at Clementine again, because you didn't have to expose me.
Yeah.
Well,
You told him everything I did wrong. You told him I left Lily on the side of the road.
well, I could understand. I could understand because he's promising that he can reunite her with her parents.
Oh, yeah.
Trash.
Which, speaking
Oh, go ahead. So you kill the stranger, and then I think it's where you're getting at, Shawn.
In my game, Clementine shot him, I think.
I think I beat his head in with something.
yeah, that's what I did.
Because, well, I was trying to strangle him, and then I was sick, and I had one arm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Me too.
So I got overpowered, and Clementine shot him.
Okay. You're right.
But you could still strangle him, too.
I don't think you can with one arm. And I had one arm.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
I did both gameplays.
Yeah, I
at
did
different
both,
times,
too.
so
I'm trying to think of my very first one.
they're blending together.
Yeah,
But
So
yeah,
then-
he's dead, so no.
So then you have to cover yourself in Clementine and Walker guts to escape the herd in the middle of the street. And when you're walking across the street, you see Clementine's parents as walkers. And I think Lee passes out or something across
Yeah, right at that moment.
across the street. Shawn, are you still with us? Okay. So pretty much you're not gonna make it. So Lee isn't doing too well. He passes out. He gets tied to like the radiator or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh yeah, you could do that.
Mhm.
You
That's
could
what I
handcuff.
I handcuffed myself there.
Yeah, I did too.
I feel like I did not because I had her handcuff the walker, so it'd be easier for her to kill it.
Now, I think I just let her kill the walker. I didn't know you can handcuff the walker.
Yeah, me neither.
Did you have Clementine shoot Lee, or did you decide
Yeah.
to be a walker?
Clementine shot me.
Yeah. It
The
says
way
if
you
you
said it.
it's it says if you do nothing, the Clementine makes the decision by herself, basing it off your choices.
Ooh.
I didn't know that.
So if you're an asshole,
You're gonna reanimate. Or if you were a terrible guardian.
yeah.
I thought I was a very good guardian, even though I told her stealing from cars is okay.
Yeah.
And I killed people right in front of her.
The game pretty much makes you be a good guy to her for the most part.
I
Yeah.
killed that guy. It was Danny. I killed him right in front of her.
I did
Oh.
too, only because I didn't know she was there.
And me neither. And Lily didn't approve of that. But whatever.
Did you guys cry?
Yeah.
Possibly.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah. It's possible.
I cried. Because I was playing. After I got bit, I was like, okay, I have to play the rest of this game at night when everyone's asleep. Because I can't handle it.
Well, I thought when I cut off his arm that he was going to live.
Me too.
I didn't know for sure. But I decided to play it while I was alone for the rest of the time.
So,
Did you guys tell her? I forgot to tell her to keep her hair short the first time.
yeah, I told her
I
that.
told her.
And I said some stupid advice like don't go in cities or stay away from cities. I mean, it's not stupid advice, but it's not sentimental. It's common sense at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told her to keep that hair short.
So then
I
That
did.
hair short.
Mine
youngin.
was stay away from cities.
Or wait, was that whenever you cut her hair, or is that? Are we talking about something else? Like, did I make it as far as what you guys were talking about?
no, that's when
No.
you cut her hair. I think you can give her those choices
Yeah, we cut it when I played it.
because you can tell her keep the hair short. Oh, wait, no, Steven, you're saying at the very end of the game.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about now.
like your
Oh, okay,
final
no,
advice.
Yeah.
I didn't make it that far. Oh, that's sad. Listen, this.
Yeah, I told her to keep that hair short, and then she shoots me in the face.
And I
Yeah.
have
Oh God!
And Steven's just like, don't go in cities.
Don't go in cities. Shoots me in the face.
It didn't happen exactly like that because he actually died before she shot him.
Yeah, it was just so he didn't turn into a walker.
But I was mad, and I'm mad about all Walking Dead platforms because they kill everybody off too much.
Season 1 of the game is my favorite piece of Walking Dead content.
Season 1
Yeah.
of the game, and then like season 2 and season 3 of the TV show.
I didn't watch the TV show after like season 5, I think it was.
They kill everybody off too much on the game, in the comics, in the TV show.
Right. So then after the credits roll, you see Clementine sitting in the field, and she sees those two figures walking across the hills. In season 2, it's revealed that it's Omid and Krista. I'm assuming who picked them up, or who she sees, and they end up meeting it.
And see, I didn't like season 2 as much.
No.
Me neither.
I didn't like playing as Clementine.
It was missing Lee.
Yeah, and I feel like why are all these adults taking advice from this little girl and listening to her? They're just like, I mean, sometimes they don't listen to her, but most of the time they're like looking at her for advice, and I'm like, Why?
So yeah,
But I really
that's
did like the group.
yeah. That's why I'm so mad about the ending of season 4, because it's like this group is terrible compared to
So
the first group.
if you made the game, who would your, let's say, like final 5 people, who would your final 5 group be at the end of season 4?
I don't.
Or if you could have it your way, you could
Lee,
bring.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I only remember characters really from season 1, and maybe if I looked at the characters in season 2, I'd remember them.
Mm-hmm.
But off the top of my head, I probably wouldn't have killed Lee off. So Lee and Clementine take 2 spots right away.
Yeah.
And then Carley wouldn't have died.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 3. Then
mine's the same so far.
Duck
And Kenny.
and Molly.
Hmm.
Mine's the same, except I would replace Molly with Kenny.
Yeah, I think mine would be Clementine, Lee, Carley, Kenny, and I'm gonna bring in Luke from season 2.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, he's not a bad character.
He was
Season
my
2 isn't
favorite.
bad at all. It's just not the same.
He was my favorite in season 2, and I wanted to play as him, and I wanted him to live.
Mm-hmm.
So in your game, Shawn, you would kill Kenny and keep Duck alive.
Yeah, I'll just take care of all the kids.
You, Carley, and Molly.
Yeah, us 3 will take care of Duck and Clem.
All right, so
We'll have an open relationship.
oh god,
It's the apocalypse, so might as well.
Yeah.
there's no rules. All right, give me a rating from 1 to 10 on season 1.
Oh man.
8.5.
8.
I'm going 10 only because it was so ahead of its time.
Mm-hmm. I think they only
And they
lost.
said not even ahead of its time. It was like just the first to do that style.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I only gave it an 8 because everyone I liked died.
Yeah, I gave it 8.5 because of the filler episode that took too long, and then they killed off literally everybody.
That's fair. To me, it's probably in like my top 5 or 10 games all time.
Yeah.
This is only season 1. If like, I think the seasons get worse as they go along.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh yeah, did you guys play? Did you play the Michonne series?
I started it, but I don't remember. I remember there being a boat. Kenny would be proud.
And Kenny loved that game.
I didn't play it.
I liked it, but there was like she hallucinates a lot, and it started to get annoying. And in 400 days,
That was
Did we
good.
lose somebody?
400 days was
We
already
lost people.
Okay.
season 2. I liked. I didn't play season 3 or 4, but I did see what happens with Kenny or what's the girl's name? That other girl that was terrible. That feud with Kenny, and I thought it was gonna be down to Kenny and Luke.
No, I forget. I can't remember her name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I saw what happens to either her or Kenny in season 3, and I did not like that at all. I think that's one of the reasons why I didn't play it.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that. I think I ended up leaving with the girl and not in Kenny. Disaster happened to Kenny.
I think I left with Kenny. but I didn't. Yeah, I saw what happened to him.
All right.
Oh, her name's Jane.
Yeah, Jane. Okay. All right. Well, that was season 1 of the Walking Dead game. Beautiful.
Brought to you by Attempted Topics.
Okay. We have like.
Sorry, I said a lot of this one out, but I just can't. It's been a few. Like, what year did that come out? Because I feel like I was playing that on 360.
I feel like I was still in high school.
It
I
was like
played it on
2012.
PS3.
Okay. Yeah. Oh goodness. Don't tell me. That makes me feel so old.
I'm about to.
Yeah, it was 2012.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Goodness, it's so
I feel
long ago.
like that game really was ahead of
I
its
was
time.
playing that on 360.
All right.
So was I.
Wow.
I actually played it on my phone once too.
Like all the way through.
Yeah,
I know
like
you could
I
do
bought the
that.
series. Well, the first episode was free at the time, I think, and I bought the rest.
Yeah.
And I played the whole thing on my phone. I think that's the time where I didn't cut off my arm, and then, well, I just basically did everything I didn't do in the first time. Except I still saved Carley because.
Oh, so a little off topic, but not much. Did you know you could play the Minecraft Telltale game on Netflix?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I did see that.
That was the only. I tried to play that game on PlayStation and I didn't, but I finished it through on Netflix.
I have it on PlayStation.
On Netflix, it's just the same thing, just less actual like roaming around gameplay. Like you pretty much just make the choices and get the story.
I'm gonna have to check it out. There's a has anybody checked out the new I think it's Minecraft Earth.
No.
No, but I did see that. I don't even know what it is, but I did see that.
I downloaded it. It's kind of like the Pokemon Go of Minecraft.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
For me, I mean that's the way I take it. I downloaded it on my phone, but I haven't actually started it yet.
Oh.
I'm about to.
I'll have to try it out.
It looks cool. It looks really cool. I love Minecraft, so I'm pretty excited to get started.
All right. So we have about 15 minutes left before the recording stops because we'll be 2 hours in.
Okay.
So we'll do our weekly recommendations. We need a name for this segment.
Weekly recommendations.
That's a good one.
No, just kidding.
All right. Who wants to go first?
We'll think of something to call it later.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to recommend a YouTube channel called Explore With Us. They just do like unsolved cases and stuff like that. It reminds me a lot of Unsolved Mysteries. It's like very well done.
Oh yeah, aren't they rebooting or remaking that show?
They did. I think it came out today.
Oh.
So yeah, it's called Explore With Us.
I'm going to recommend. Goodness, fireworks. That's not my recommendation, but goodness.
Fireworks stuff.
I'm gonna recommend Sabaro's pepperoni rolls. I don't know if Sabaro is a worldwide thing.
I think it's originally from New York, isn't it?
Okay. Well, it's at my local mall, and it's delicious. Yeah, I know.
So we went from recommending like games and movies and music to recommending YouTube
food.
channels and food.
Can I do two?
Sure,
Yeah.
we have a wide variety of topics to choose from now.
Okay, well, I recommend two things, and they're both on Amazon Prime right now.
Our
The
future
first
sponsor.
is, yeah, no. Okay, well, I mean, obviously, I'm from West Virginia,
Obviously.
so obviously.
Obvi.
Well, okay, so there's two on there. One is, I don't know if you guys have seen it. May have actually asked before, but I've pretty much been drunk every time. Today I'm not. All right, first is The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. It's on Amazon Prime. It was done by the creators of Jackass, and it's about Jesco White and his family, who are from my hometown. So, like, I know these people personally. It's wild. The second is called Holy Ghost People, and it is a documentary that was recorded in the 60s from a town here called Scrabble Creek, West Virginia. And there are people from my hometown, Logan, which is super small. And it's about a snake handling church. And it's so crazy. Like, I recommend I tell all my friends, I'm like, you have to watch this. So it's really interesting. They legit just be throwing snakes at each other.
Why?
And yeah, you know, it's crazy. They take strychnine poison, everything, because they believe that their faith will heal them.
Huh.
When they are bitten and everything. It's really rad. It's just really like, wow. It's definitely worth checking out, and it's not. I
sounds
mean, it's not very
interesting.
long. It's very interesting. I would love for you guys. I would love to talk about this sometime. I want to see what you guys think about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna recommend a movie and a song.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna recommend movie Under the Silver Lake, because I keep thinking about that movie ever since I watched it.
I second that. It's a great movie.
That movie's brilliant, and then Andrew Garfield's like the best actor ever.
I don't know about that, but
One of.
all right. And what's your song?
Common Sense by Joshua Bassett.
Would you like to
It's just like it's an acoustic song.
sing the chorus or something? Give us a little taste.
No,
Yes, David.
Give us a little taste.
I don't know the words.
Give us a preview. No, I'm kidding. Send me the link though, because I'll check it
Okay.
out. I'll listen to anything.
Yeah, we'll have to check it out. Well, I think that wraps up this edition of Attempted Topics. Shawn, would you like to sing us out?
Shawn.
He just left.
Okay. Oh no, he disappeared. He's gone.
He just left the call.
Oh my god, so now we have
He
to
does
sing
not
it.
want to send us out.
So long,
Oh.
farewell, goodbye, my friend.
I'll see you again tomorrow. Meatball, give us a note.
The bear and
Give
the
us a
big
note.
blue house.
Give us an ad lib.
Who, me? I can't.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys for listening. We are Attempted Topic. Follow us on Instagram at Attempted Topic.
And then you follow me at _meet me in space.
Follow me home. No, I'm kidding.
Follow us on our social distance duo.
Yes,
OnlyFans.
follow me on Instagram, Meatball Punch.
Instagram, Jer_Elliott. 2 L's, 2 T's. All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Stay safe. Ta-da.
Always. Later.